Hello, my friends. Welcome back. I hope that you're having a beautiful start to your day or evening. And if not, hopefully this can help you get there. We're going to do a yin practice today. You don't need any props, but if you know that you like them, some pillows, some straps, some blankets, and you want to get nice and cozy, go ahead and grab those things. And then meet me back here on the mat. And we're going to start today in dragon pose. It's called in yin. And there's a lot of different ways that you can do dragon pose. So what I'm going to instruct today is just your regular run-of-the-mill dragon. So the hands will be inside of the left foot, and then you can just stay. Or you might want to come down onto the forearms. There's also winged dragon variation. So this is more like the lizard pose that you remember maybe from like a more young style class, where we'll open up the left leg, coming to the outer edge of the left foot. And the difference here is that when we open the leg, we're taking more stress into the outer leg. So you'll feel it more in the side of your glutes and in the lateral hamstring attachment. Whereas if you keep the foot flat, you're going to feel it more in the hamstring attachment itself and in the belly of the hamstring. So it's just whatever you need today. And then as you sit in this posture, the knee is going to creep forward, and that's totally fine. So in a yang class, you get into your pose. I'm just yapping at you here. In a yang class, we typically instruct keeping the joints stacked because we're not looking to stress the joints. In a yin class, it's okay for the knee to pass the ankle. And what this is going to do is put some stress into the ankle joint. If you don't want that, the ankles hurt when that happens, just keep the knee behind your ankle joint. And then as you sit deeper in the posture, it may begin to creep on top. If you do want to stress the ankle, you can start with the knee on top of ankle, and then it will probably creep forward. Okay, enough talking. I hope that you're in your posture. And once you are in your posture, I want you to find some stillness here and just breathe. Now that back knee can sometimes get a little cranky. We can always pad the knee with a blanket or rolling up the side of the mat. You can let your head hang down towards the floor. Saturating the body with your breathing. Let's take about 5 more cycles of breath here. Don't worry, I'm going to keep count for you. This is just to let you know that if you feel like going a little deeper, now is the time to do so. There's no rush. We want to move slowly. We want to breathe deeply. Last breath in. Full, smooth breath out. Come onto the hands if you're not already there. And we'll move into bowing dragon. So this front knee is going to straighten, and we're going to send the hips towards the back of the mat. Left hand can come outside of the left leg. And then the toes can lift, or you can keep them down if that's more comfortable. So keeping them down, we're going to stress more Achilles tendon in the back. And keeping them up, we're going to find more of a stretch in the back of the ankle and more compression in the front. There's spinal extension going on here. In our regular dragon or winged dragon, there was more spinal flexion, more rounding. So you can think length here, sending tailbone back, sitting bones back. But I don't want you to think too much. Just let this be more about the sensations in the body, what you're feeling, and letting that dictate what you do. Which is a good motto for life. Trying not to get caught up in your story. Coming back to the reality, the tangibility of the posture, of your experience now. Let's take another breath in here. Breath out. And we're going to change it up. Walk the hands forward. Let's rebend the front knee. Tuck your back toes. And then we're going to pull the front leg or the back leg up to the front and sit. Let's take the left leg down to the floor and the right leg on top for fire log, or double pigeon it's also called. Now for some of you, this is not going to be accessible. The top leg is going to look something like this. If that's the case for you, probably you're just not ready for this posture today, which is fine. You're still a good person, I promise. And so if that's the case, we want to find something more like square, crisscross applesauce, with the left leg on bottom, the right leg on top. And then we'll move that right knee down towards the floor. If you're in double pigeon, fire log, great. If the knee can stack on top of the shin, also great. Maybe you want to think about folding forward. You can let the head hang. This is yin. I'm not worried about your angles, your alignment. You can relax your feet and just scan the body to register any places that you're holding on, that you're gripping. And if you find an area like that, send some breath into that space and just feel for releasing. Maybe even just 5%. We've got about another minute here. If you're folded and you want to lay or go deeper into the posture, please feel free to do that. Or maybe you want to rise up, and maybe you want to take the hands behind you and find more spinal extension. You could even lift the chin. Last cycle of breath here. Don't rush it. Walk the hands in. Make your way into a seat. And we'll just draw the left heel in towards the body. Step the right leg up and over. We're just going to find a gentle twisting here. Right hand comes behind the back. Left arm reaches up. And then hooking elbow outside of knee, or you can hug the knee in towards your chest. You can let the left ear fall away from the left shoulder. And then we'll look forward and just find a little counter twist over to the other side. So we'll take all that on the second side. The right foot is bent, or the right knee is bent. We'll just step it to the top of the mat. Take the hands down and step your left foot to the back of the mat. Dragon pose, other side. If you took winged dragon, consider taking it on this side. You can take forearms down, hands down. Settle down. You may have noticed that we hold these postures for a lot longer than you're used to. And that's because we are working primarily with thicker tissues in yin. And these tissues don't open up as quickly as our muscles do. So we have to sit patiently with them. And you'll notice about a minute, 2 minutes into the posture that things do start to begin to open and shift. And that's these tissues beginning to, well, it's the fibers beginning to slide across each other. It doesn't matter. The technicality doesn't matter. They are beginning to stretch, and that's what we're looking for. And so we have to hold these postures for longer. And in this way, there's a lot more stillness, and so yin is a lot more meditative to me than a more faster paced class. But I might be biased. Is there anywhere in the body that you can release your grip? Maybe that's in your head. Maybe you're clenching around a certain thought. Just loosening your hold on it. Just a little bit. And watching what happens when we bring the body into stillness. And into stillness in a posture that's not necessarily comfortable. Often there's this rebellion in the mind. There's this need to move or to think, or there's a surgence of emotion, anger maybe at me, or impatience. Just watch it. That's all meditation is. It's just willing to be there with your experience. Not that these things don't happen, not that we're not thinking. Just willing to witness it. Breathe it in. And then breathe it out. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Come onto your hands. And we'll find our bowing dragon. Right hand outside of the right leg. We'll begin to straighten the right knee, lifting the right toes, and then doing just what it says, bowing. Relax your eyeballs. Relax your jaw. Let the breathing be like a smooth stream of water coming in and out. Or like a long, silky ribbon. Slow and continuous. Let's take 2 more breath cycles here. Exhaling fully. And then very slowly we'll make our way out of the posture. So we're going to bend the right knee, stepping the right foot down. Hands come forward, tuck your back toes. Take the left leg up towards the top of the mat and sit down behind it. Coming into our fire log on the other side. This time the right leg will be on the bottom, left leg on top. Then you can give it a try on the side. If you couldn't achieve double pigeon on this side, maybe you can, or on the last side, maybe you can on this side. Two sides can be very different, and two sides can need different things. If not, no problem. Just pull the right heel in, pull the left heel in, and find more crisscross applesauce. Maybe you want to stay upright. Maybe you want to take the hands back. Or maybe you're like me and you really want to fold. Juniper the cat is grazing us with her presence. Thank you, Juniper. Come down a little deeper into the posture if that's calling to you. Or maybe a little less deep. Or maybe you don't change anything. On every exhale, feel yourself settling deeper into the pose. Full exhale here. And then very gently, we'll make our way out of the posture. We'll find our gentle twist here, pulling the right heel in, stepping left foot up and over the right thigh. Left hand behind the back. Pet the kitty if you got one. And then we'll find our twist. The right hand can hug the left knee, maybe elbow outside of knee. And then we'll counter twist to the other side. Release. Come down onto your backs. Your back, probably you've only got one of those. Let your knees knock in towards one another. We will close with Supta Baddha Konasana. If there's a posture you'd rather take, don't listen to me, listen to your body. For those of you hanging with me, we'll take soles of the feet together, knees wide. You can take a hand on the heart and one to the belly if that's comfortable. You can take this opportunity to remind yourself in your own way that you are enough. You are doing your best. You are worthy. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be at peace. Shavasana. You can stay where you are, or you might extend the legs forward. You can open the arms out wide, letting the back body settle down into the earth and letting the front body settle down into the back body, into the earth. Sahana bhavatu, Sahana bhunaktu, Saha viryam karavavahai, Tejasvi namadi tamastu, Mavrit vrishavahai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.